Go for it.
Maji Ramos, I have always found you to not only be a great person and human being, which is most important daily, but I found you to be a great realtor.
Oh,
And Miami is very fortunate to have you, as many families as you've helped along the way. And on this day of Halloween and some fun, it's fun to interview someone that you care about. So tell us a little bit about you and your passion, not why necessarily you got into the business, but your passion that drives you every day in the business.
Well, that's actually it's easy, yet it's not. It's a layered it's a layered response.
Sure.
But basically, helping people. I know that sounds really lame, and like everybody says that, but there's really, there's just such a high in helping people and matching them and protecting them. The art of the negotiation, that's actually that's a good one. Negotiating a really good deal for my clients, it's amazing. There's nothing like that. I mean, I actually prefer that to making negotiating a good deal for myself,
Sure.
which is crazy because it's not normal.
Right. And tell me about your passion of the why. Why did you get into the business?
Well, my parents were realtors, and I studied interior design in college in UM and Miami-Dade and FIU.
That's right, you are interior design.
Yeah, and I actually practiced interior design, and then I went into marketing and sales, and I transitioned into marketing for an architectural firm and interior design firm. All of that has really helped me. Even my job at Just Pants. Now I'm really dating myself.
Wow.
Yeah, like back in Dayland
Just
Mall.
Pants.
Just Pants. Yeah. But even that, when I was 17, 18 years old, helped me. It helped me deal with people and just all the different. Being a salesperson, which is ultimately, I believe everybody is, even doctors are salespeople. Everybody's a salesperson. If you have a business, you're a salesperson. But I got into it because I was very unhappy with what I was doing, and I felt like I wasn't. I went through like a midlife crisis very early, and I felt like I wasn't making a difference.
Right.
And my parents were realtors, and they kept telling me, "Oh, you need to come. You have to do this. You have to get your license. You'd be perfect." And I was fighting it because, of course, they were telling me to do it.
In that vein, tell me about two of your top strengths in your business, and tell me about two of the areas that you need to think about working on as a professional in the business.
Well, I would say my top strengths are transaction management. Very important because the deal is not done when you've signed the contract. It's just beginning, and there's I actually created a list at one point, and there was like 180 items on this list
Sure.
of what has to happen between contract to closing,
Right.
and there's a lot of detail to it. And when I started my team, I didn't even realize how much detail and how much knowledge I have because it's just there, and it's just like I don't really think about it. But when I'm training people, I realize how little they know and how little training there is to be a realtor.
Right.
It's crazy.
So transaction management. What's another one? Another strength.
Valuing properties, identifying a really good deal, knowing what's a good deal, knowing what's a bad deal, knowing what to look for in a property that my clients may not be looking for because they're thinking in, colors and, furniture placement, and I'm looking for termite damage and mold
Right.
and other pitfalls,
Sure.
and telling them. I had a friend who bought a condo recently. He was in between two condos. And the one he wanted, I just said, okay, well, I want to see both because I had a team member that was working with them. I said, I want to see both that made the short list.
Sure.
And I walked into one, and I got there early, and I talked to the property manager of the building, and I found out that, this building was up for the 40-year recert. They hadn't done anything to prepare.
So you went deeper for the client.
I always go deeper.
Right.
There was a lot of issues. I walked to the parking garage on my way in. I noticed a bunch of damage, and I said, what are you guys doing? What assessments are coming? And he's like, oh, we're redoing the lobby.
So you're great at the transaction. You're great at going in depth. And again, a lot like estate planning, it's to protect the client's
Absolutely.
investment.
I basically told my client/friend,
Right.
you can't buy this.
And I'm sure that was really hard to say.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It was like lipstick on a pig. You can't buy this. These people are out of their mind.
Lipstick on a pig. I love it.
Yeah, lipstick on a pig. This building, they're putting makeup on it.
Right.
They're redoing a lobby when they've got some major problems that are going to be coming very soon.
Which is part of their future investment, which is going to go
Exactly.
become a negative instead of a positive.
And it's not only condos you have to worry about; it's houses, it's communities, it's areas. It's market. The market right now is very interesting. It's very all over the place, you know. So like even between buildings,
Right.
you know, it's very, like, I don't want to say volatile, but it's a very good time to buy right now. Very good time to buy. And interest rates
Tell
are
me a
low.
little bit about the industry yourself. What are some areas of improvement you're working on? You got your team working on.
You know, being able to promote more.
Okay.
I'm looking more into promoting and growing the business. I need to find another team member, realtor team member, to handle showings, showing agent. And I'm having challenges with that because it's not easy. It's not easy to find somebody. I mean, you think that showing a property would be easy. There's, it's not. You know, there's a certain art to it.
You're also big on ethics, I understand.
Huge.
What does that all play out? How does that work?
Yeah, I developed the Maji code. Thank you. I haven't even talked about that in a
The
while.
Maji code.
The Maji code of contribution, of course. You know, I post on social media about that all the time and blog. And but yeah, that's basically, I make all my team members sign a long document that basically says we are not going to charge. You know, we're not in this to get a commission. We're in this to help the client. If something happens and it's not in the best interest of the client, we have to advise the client. They come first. Their interest comes first, not our commission. And there's very few realtors that do that.
Well, I think that, you know, obviously there are a lot of realtors out there. We know that you're the best realtor in Miami. We know the go-to person. To sum this up, I think, you know, tell someone out there why you as a person.
Well, as a person,
As a person.
I'm fun.
You're fun.
Dressed as a sorcerer today.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. You know, I know what to look for. I will protect my clients to the end. I get involved. I'll even go up against an attorney if I have to. Unfortunately,
Sure.
I don't have to do that with any of the ones that I refer to, or even be referring to. But there are issues in this industry, and there's a lot of transactions are very complicated, and anybody that tells you that they're not is either doesn't know enough or is just what I consider a transaction agent. They're in it for the.
And the key is that Maji's always going to look out for the client,
Always.
even if she has to look into that crystal ball
Yep.
as the sorcerer. She's going to work hard to make sure she sees the future and sees it positively for the client.
Yep. Yeah.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Thank you. Happy Halloween.